Hi everyone, this is Richard and I'm going to show you a glass only repair on a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Yes, screen works perfectly fine, check that out. But it's cracked, you see? So I'm not going to go too much into detail on how to do this, but I'm going to show you the way that I do it and that it's actually not that hard once you know how to do it. I know you've probably seen other videos on YouTube, particularly like I've seen maybe some guy like, you know, getting glass off with some like razor blade, scratching that stuff. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want somebody doing that with your phone, right? Like picking at the glass for like an hour and a half, right? So if you're actually watching this and you have a Shopee and you don't know how to do this, this thing comes off kind of pretty easy once you know how to do it. Okay, so here we go. Galaxy S7 Edge glass only repair. And if you guys want to actually know how to do this, leave a comment or say, hey, teach me how, or something like that. Okay, so here we got the Galaxy S7 Edge, and this one is a silver color. And as you see, that it is cracked, right? You can obviously see it, and check this out. Everything is there. Everything works perfectly fine. The way that you know pretty much if this has LCD display damage is you would see like black circles or the screen is flashing or part of it doesn't work, right? As you can see, when you put this on a white background, you can easily see if there is any display damage. Like usually, like if this screen right here, since it fell in this area, you would probably see like a big black area like that, right? That means it has display damage. But this one's glass only. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so let's power the phone off. And what I'm gonna do is take the back cover off. The back cover off, sometimes, the majority of the time, it comes off pretty easy. I'll actually show you guys how to do this. These are the 3 things that I use to take the back cover off. And I've used different things at different times, but once I found out or actually tried playing cards, these work the best. Why? Playing cards, they're slippery, right? And they're actually tough too at the same time. If you hold them like this, they're tough. Another tool I use is this. It's an iSesamo tool. You get these on eBay for like $7. It's very thin and it's flimsy, right? And then of course the heat gun. I use this exact heat gun. This thing costs like 25 to 30 bucks. I bought this at Lowe's. Okay. And then I like this one because you can control the heat right here, right? If you buy the little cheapy heat guns, it's just one click and it's just, because I actually do use this. I use these as, for different things. I use low heat, or I use high heat, or I use maybe something like right there. So actually on this one, you see the little notch, right? Look, I set it to like right there. And then I blow heat around. I start from right here. Okay, so what I did was I blew some heat around here, and I got this tool, because it's thin, just enough to put it in. And then that's all I do. If you would get this, this is what you don't do. You do not do this. You do not use this tool and then go all the way around your edges. If you do that, your glass is gonna break. This thing is glass. So from here, I use it as my entry point. And then from then, I use the cards. So from that point on, I put the card in and I took this out. And then I go and use this because this is flimsy. This isn't gonna break the glass, right? You use this and then you go all around with a card. With blowing heat too. You blow heat first, you slide the card until it gets tough, right? Once it starts getting tough, like it doesn't want to go anymore, stop, blow heat, and then go around with the card, right? You guys get it? Blow heat, go around with the card until you go all the way around. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay, so I got the back cover off, right? And it actually took me like, I don't know, like 20 seconds to get it off. So see, there's the back cover, right? So from this point, I'm gonna take out all these screws. Okay, so I took all the screws out and I took these little plastic pieces out, right? And I didn't show you guys, but I use this tool again to help get this stuff out. And I'm sure if you're going through this, you'll figure it out. But so pretty much what you do here is just start unplugging that. Go all around. Just unplug the white wire and the red wire. Unplug that and just start taking everything out. Okay, so boom, I got everything out, right? This doesn't come out because some of these wires they're wrapped around this side, right? So you have to leave that in there. Everything else pretty much comes out. Yeah, there you go. I also took the little sensor out up here too. Put in a little tray. There you go. All right, so here I'm gonna take the glass off. And I kid you not, this takes, from beginning to end, 5 minutes. Not even that, less than that, to take this glass off. Check this out. This is the date, July the 3rd, 12:37. And I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna save the glass to show you guys. This is the same phone, right? Remember, see how it's cracked right here? Watch this. I'm gonna put it, the way I do this is actually you put it in a machine. The machine pretty much does most of it. All right, so while I'm waiting for this thing to, this just came on TV. This was the, I was actually at this game. This was like a few days ago. It was 3 days ago. It was A's Family Charity Basketball event. It was cool. It was different. But yeah, I went to that. But it is time to get the phone. Okay, so I'm back. And you can see literally from the time before I even started to the time the actual glass is off. You see that? 8 minutes. And I can even show you right here on the time. I don't know exactly when I started, but July 3rd at 12:46 p.m., right? Here's the glass, right? Same glass. Here's the display. And let's connect the motherboard and see how this thing looks. Okay, so here we got the phone booting up. Galaxy S7 Edge. And what you see here is my fingerprints, right? This is all glue. So if it looks all gooky and all that, it's because the screen is covered with glue. The glue is not on here anymore, you see? But we'll test this thing. And you can see, look, there's no black spots. The display is perfectly fine. And check it out. See? Screen works perfectly fine. See that? It's really sticky. Oh, look, and San Diego, look what the temperature is. Perfect temperature. Anyways, all right. There's glue all over the screen, so it's a lot harder to touch. And then plus on my other hand, I got my phone in my hand, so you see, but you guys can see, right? There's no glass on the screen. What you see up here is adhesive. You see the buttons down there exposed, the back button, the menu key on the bottom. As you see, everything works perfectly fine, right? So what I'm gonna do now is clean up all this glue right here. Okay, so going back to this, I can see this video starting to take long, right? So I'm gonna speed this up. The way I take this glue off, of course I take the battery back out, right? But I don't use chemicals at all. I don't use some special stuff that you pay $20 for on eBay. Come take, you know. But I use this. I use this heat gun, and I use my finger. and the glue comes off. It pretty much rolls off, right? And I'll show you part of it right now. Okay, so I'm starting to get busy here in the shop. The phone keeps ringing. Look at those calls right there. Boom, 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 right? See the call log? All right, so I use the heat gun, and I set it to a right there. You see the notch? I set it to right there. Not super hot, but just enough for the glue to come off, right? And then I start up in the corner. You don't want to burn this thing, right? Which I never burn it, right? See, phone keeps ringing. Look. So let me answer this. Cell phone repair?
Hello?
Cell phone repair?
I'm calling from the Healthcare Enrollment Center in... I just have a few quick questions, then I will get you right over to an insurance specialist. Let's start with the easy one.
So look at these. This is what when you have a business. What was the question?
So sorry, I didn't hear you correctly.
This is a recording, right?
Insurance coverage?
See, I'm just hanging up on that, right? When you're a business, you get certain calls. People just trying to sell you stuff all the time. Anyways, and that was one of those calls, and that's why I hung up on him. And that was a recording anyways. It's a recorded voice that sounds like kind of human, but it's not. Okay, anyways, get back to this. Okay, different angle. I forgot I had this overhead thing that I haven't used in a little while. Okay, so I started in the corner, right? Check this out. I use a little heat, right? The glue rolls off. You don't push hard either. You see it starting to roll off? You see that? A little bit more heat. You guys get the idea, right? You see? You see how the glue just, it starts to roll off. See, I'm not using crazy chemicals like paint stripper or whatever you call that. See, this stuff doesn't actually take that long to do. I mean, once I've done this a bunch of times, so for me it's easy, right? I'm sure if you're doing this on the first time you're doing this, you're probably going to be a little bit nervous or, you know. But as you can see, you guys get the idea, right? And I'm not digging in. I'm kind of lightly taking this glue off. It's just to get my thumb just to roll it off, right? So anyways, you do this all the way. I pretty much go all the way around a circle until, boom, you're in the middle and then there's nothing left. So I'm just going to skip through this. Okay, boom. Glue is off. All I need to do is clean up a little bit. All this just little stuff. And this is what I use to clean this stuff off. I use this. You get this at CVS. Look, CVS. Alcohol. And a rag. I pour some of that on here. I then wipe it off. It's easy as that. Okay, so I have some there. And you see that glue right there that's not really wiping off? Just get your nail and just kind of, and boom. You saw how it came off? It's not even there anymore. Right? You see some right here that's not coming off? Right? You get your nail. Boom. There's a little bit more right there. You see? All right. Pretty clean. So what I'm gonna do is take this top off, this tape. So don't reuse the tape, and I'll take this and I'll use new adhesive. Then I'm gonna re-glue a new piece of glass. Right? A new piece of glass. Okay, so see that adhesive that was up there? Got new adhesive. That's what it looks like, right? And don't, remember, this is so important, don't lose that little piece right there. See that? That thing falls off on its own. Sometimes you'll see it on the ground, falling somewhere. But yeah. Okay, so now adhesive is there. I'm ready to glue a new piece of glass on here. I clean this up. And I'm gonna skip through this because I'm running my business right now and it's during business hours and people are coming in and out. Okay, so I pretty much skipped the whole gluing part, right? And I already re-glued and this glue is dry, and I'm just gonna put the phone back together real quick and show you guys how everything works. Okay, so this phone is done. I have all the screws up in here. All I have to do is just put the back cover on. But I just wanted to hurry up and make this video. The way that I put the back cover on is so you see the phone keeps ringing. Screens still work perfectly fine, or does it have like black dots?
No, it works perfectly fine. It's just shattered.
Okay. For the S9, it would be 175 if the screen works perfectly fine.
175?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, bye. Okay, just so you guys can hear that call. All right, anyways. Pre-cut adhesive goes right here. Stick the back cover off. So anyways, let's test this phone out. Everything works perfectly fine. See? Everything works perfectly fine. Right? See the letters? See? Everything works perfectly fine. So you guys see? This is possible. Here's the kicker. Listen to this. This glass, and I did this in an hour. Just look at this. Look at the time. Look at the time right here. It's 1:39, July 3rd, right? I know this phone took me about an hour. This cost 12 bucks. I charged, here's the actual ticket, $175, right? Let's do the math. Let's do the easy math, right? I already know. Charging 175 minus 12 for the part, 163 bucks. $163 profit on one cell phone. One phone in 1 hour, right? Think about that. In 1 hour, $163 an hour. Let's go to all the jobs out there. Because what I was doing before I became, let's just call it entrepreneur, I had this business. My very last job that I ever had, I was working in the back of a guitar shop, making $10.50 an hour. What I just did right now in 1 hour took me, that's 2 days of freaking work. 2 days of work. After taxes, I was making about $60 a day, full time, a day. So that's actually almost 3 days of work. Waking up at 5, the work started, it was 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So there you go. I went from that to doing 160, what do we call this? $163 an hour. You can make more than $163 an hour too. I'm just talking about one phone. One phone, you guys. Let's go down the list. How much do people in construction make digging ditches? $20 an hour? Carpenters, how much do they make? $30 an hour? How much does a welder make? $25 an hour, right? Keep going down the list. Who out there People that have college degrees, how much do they make an hour? And they spent all that money with, when you have the freaking internet. You have the internet to do all this stuff, right? To get people to know about you. $163 in 1 hour. So, all right, so I'm back. Here we go. So anyways, I was getting all worked up and just decided to stop that. But anyways, if you guys want to legitly want to know how to do this, let me know in the comments below. Contact me on Instagram. Contact me on my Instagram, Richie Meza, RICHIEMEZA. That's my personal Instagram. Comment below if you legitly want to know how to fix phones, right? Because if you know how to do this phone, if you know how to do a Galaxy S7 Edge glass only repair, you can do it for the S7 Edge, the S8, the S8 Plus, the S9. You know how to do one, you can do them on the other phones, right? So, yeah, thanks you guys for watching.